everyday bold, everyday brains, everyday beauty. Your Everyday Woman Show, here to entertain and inform. She's Meek Brown.
Women entrepreneurship and women empowerment is what today's show is all about. We hope you enjoy the information that will be presented, as well as we enjoyed filming it. You know, ladies, sometimes your setbacks will always strengthen your comeback. You can't just sit there. You have to move that cheese. So if there's anything that you're trying to do, become a business owner, or if you work for someone and some things that you're trying to tap into, don't just sit there. Get up, write your plan, and try to make something happen. Sometimes we are afraid of enjoying the process. You know, we think that, oh, it's so much paperwork. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I have kids. Well, if you continue to use those excuses, you're going to be doing the same thing that you're doing right now, and probably what you've been doing last year and the year before that. You have to do something. I hope you enjoyed the guests on our panel today. Once again, their information will help you as well as it is helping me. We're back. I'm still excited about the shoes, but we have someone with us right now to talk about a hair product that I think will help a lot of women. And who do we have the pleasure of talking to right now?
Hello, my name is Sandra. I'm the owner of Cora's Healing Rose Products. It was formulated by my mother. Her name was Cora. In 1998, she developed shampoos, conditioners, and detangling creams for her clients who were suffering from itchy scalps, scalp abrasions, scalp infections, dreading of the hair, dryness, flaky
Alopecia.
scalps. Oh yes, definitely. Baldness and alopecia and receding hairlines.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we do know alopecia, that's hereditary, but it's also a type of traction alopecia. Is that correct?
It's somewhat. Alopecia is simply the term for hair loss.
Okay.
That's the basic term. Now, it can be dissected into several things, which is genetics and traction, chemical, and even stress.
Okay. Now, traction, for those who don't know the terms, that's from the weaves and the glues. What else?
Okay. So there's three basic things that in your standard cosmetology book, there's three things that keep you from that will have hair loss, and that is if there's the presence of any weight, toxin, or bacteria, the hair making cells will not reproduce. So that means weight, that means weaves, that means braid extensions, that means rubber bands too tight. Toxin, that means chemicals as far as your relaxers, your thigh curls, your color, anything that changes your hair texture or the way that your hair is naturally made is a chemical change. Bacteria, that means hygiene, basically. But you do have good bacteria. They're called non-pathogenic, and they're also pathogenic bacteria. Those are the pathogenic. That's the one I want to get. That's the bug I need to get out of your scalp. And those.
Okay, stop for a second.
Okay.
Now, when you say get the toxins out, but we don't want to get rid of the good stuff too. So, is there a number of times we should or should not wash our hair? And are you referring to only African Americans or any race?
Any race. And here's the thing about this. It's a fact. Your hair is legally dirty after 4 days. So you need to be washing your hair a lot more than you, especially in the African American community. If I talk to a lot of black women, they don't wash their hair regularly.
And do you know why? Because we hear that, you know, the more your hair is dirty, it grows faster. I mean, I hear those type of myths all the time.
Yeah, definitely a myth.
Okay.
Definitely a myth. Bacteria is your enemy. Dirt is your enemy. It's not your friend. It's never been your friend. And I don't know why that myth is in our community, but it needs to stop because it's causing more harm than good.
Okay.
Especially when we add the weight to it, because bacteria can fester in that. That's almost like a breeding ground. You don't, if you have a weave or wig on for 2-3 weeks, month, you know, some women they come to me and they say, I've had this wig on or this weave in since, you know, for 6 months.
That's 6 months?
Yes, ma'am. That's too long. Too long without washing, without manipulating your hair. Your scalp needs to feel like you know that is there. Right. And you're not a mannequin. You can't just put something on your head and forget about it. Correct. You got to wash it. You got to maintain it. And so that's what I do. I just educate my clients so that they know how to maintain their hair and use the correct products for their hair.
Okay, now let's get back to, I see you have something nicely packaged, so tell me about some of the products and what are they used for.
Okay, I packaged it to, derived it into 2 simple forms. If you have chemical damage, you're going to need this kit, simply because I've got to detox your scalp from any type of toxins and bacteria. You're going to have to take care of the weight, though. You're going to have to get away from the braid extensions, the weaves, and the wigs, just for a little bit for me, so we can treat your hair. And so, really, I've got a nice 16-ounce shampoo that's going to detoxify your scalp. I've also got a hydrating conditioning oil, and I've also got a leave-in conditioning, and those two are going to combine together to hydrate your hair, get it to the place where it's flexible and moisturize the inner cortex of your hair. That's where the dryness and the manipulation is not getting to. Also, we have a heat cap.
Okay. And
I've got a scrub brush. And when you shampoo your hair, I want you to use the scrub brush, because that's manipulating whatever.
Stimulating.
Yes, definitely. Stimulating the scalp and manipulating your scalp so that we can get those toxins and the bacteria out of your scalp. This heat cap you're going to place onto your hair, as well as the...
Now, what is the heat cap for? That's to help with the stimulation?
That's to help with 2 and 3.
Okay.
The hydrating and the leave-in conditioner. Once you saturate your hair with that, you're going to place that on your head, place this red cap on your head, and wait for about 15-20 minutes. Rinse it out. And then you have your daily applicants.
Maintenance.
Okay. Which is a moisturizer and your hair stimulant.
And for African Americans, we have to have moisture.
Yes.
Because a lot of people say, well, I don't like oily hair. I don't like, grease, or I don't like certain oils. But for most of us, our hair is dry. So it definitely needs hydration.
Yes, definitely. You definitely need to moisturize your hair. It's just a fact of life. You're African American, you have any type of African American descent in your blood, you need to moisturize your hair, period. There's no question about it, because it gets brittle. Dryness breaks the hair. It's like straw. It's going to pop like straw. So you definitely need to moisturize your hair. A good moisturizer is a thick moisturizer. Look on the back of your moisturizers at the store. If it has alcohol in it, don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Because it's going to dry out your hair.
And a lot of products have alcohol in it.
Yes, they do, because they lie to people and they tell them that it's a preservative. It's not a preservative.
Okay.
You've seen an alcoholic before? What is an alcoholic always? Thirsty.
That's right.
It's going to
dry
your hair out.
And now what about sulfate? A lot of women have a thing about, you shouldn't use sulfate products.
Sulfate,
like in a lot of organic, the
sulfate, I know a lot of people talk about sulfate when it comes to their shampoo. And so to me, shampoo is shampoo. I don't really like to get into the particulars of sulfate and so on and so forth, because it helps with the cleansing of your hair.
Okay.
It's not if you have a problem with it stripping it too much, that's why we apply moisture. You see what I'm saying? That's why we condition our hair, so our hair isn't stripped so much, especially when you have relaxer, any type of chemical that's already been applied, because it's already dried out. So you're like, oh my goodness, the shampoo's too harsh. No, you just need to apply moisture, because your inner cortex is actually hollow.
Okay, and now we should wash our hair every 4 days at least.
No, I would say wash your hair at least once a week.
Once a week. Okay.
If you can. Now,
and stay away from heat.
You don't have to stay away from heat. Here's the thing. Moisture really combats it all.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just a clean scalp. Your hair's going to grow into a clean scalp. So if you can clean it, it doesn't matter what you use. Just clean it. You don't be so particular about the sulfate and get into all of those, vernaculars. But definitely clean the scalp and then use a moisturizer. You can either use oil or you can use a thick moisturizer.
Now, those who are suffering from the traction, or shall I say the alopecia, is it possible that their hair can grow back? Like those who've lost edges, or those who have baldness in the top of their hair from glues, from weaves being too tight, can their hair grow back?
Yes, it can.
And or shall I say, how do you know if there's root damage, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but
yes, ma'am.
How do you know if it can grow back or if it won't grow back? What's the difference?
Well, what I would tell you is any product that you use, you should be able to tell if it's going to do something for your hair within 7 days. 7 days. And that's what I tell people.
Not 30 days, but 7.
No, not 30 days. 7 days. There should be a difference. You put something on your head, you should notice a change. You know what I'm saying? You put something on just like you put something on your body, you notice the change. And so the follicle therapy cream actually treats the follicle. And so it actually goes down into the scalp and repairs the follicle if the follicle is still alive. Again, my products cater to traction damage and chemical damage. If it's a genetic issue, then the follicle is already dead, and therefore there is no resurrection for that.
And there's nothing that can be done about that. Even
a dead follicle,
the keratin products and the different what is that? The one that made for men.
Oh, Rogaine and stuff like that.
If it's dead, that can't.
No, if it's dead, if the follicle's dead,
That's
it doesn't come back. A lot of those men they seek out other things like hair plugs and stuff like that.
But women need to know if they have a condition or have alopecia, don't get depressed. It's a possibility it can grow back.
Oh yes, definitely. And my clients come from the dermatologist to me, and they say they get cortisone shots, which is nothing but steroids. Cortisone shots in their scalp. They get discoloration. They get very defeated because some doctors, they don't know that it's not what they think it is. It's simply just it needs to be detoxed. It needs to be repaired, and they may not have the products to repair it.
Absolutely, they may not know what product to purchase. Okay, but once again, now how would they know if it will not grow back?
You can only try. You have to try.
Okay.
And like a lot of people come to me and they say, you're my last resort. You know what I'm saying? You're my last. Like, if this don't work, I'm not doing nothing else. That's what they tell me. All I can do is tell you what they tell me. And so, sure enough, they call me and they're like, I am so thankful that I met you, that I found you because it worked.
Now, what about people who use, the different hair vitamins and what is the main one people are using now?
I know biotin. I've heard biotin a lot.
Biotin, Hair Infinity, different things like that. What's your take on those?
Well, all I can tell you about my clients, and they have said that it helps a little bit, but it seems to grow in kind of thin. Now, you got to remember your hair is made from your blood. So I'm not sure what's going on with the pills, but apparently it's like an overproduction of cells, and so the hair is growing too fast, and the body's not making it strong. It's put it out, but it's not making it strong.
Okay. Okay. And I've heard even after taking certain pills, it may grow, but there's a lot of shedding. Yeah. But okay, how can our audience get in touch with you?
Okay, you can get in touch with me online, www.corashealingroseofficial.com. I'm also on Facebook at Cora's Healing Rose Products, Instagram, Cora's Healing Rose. And that's about it. Oh, you can also email me as well, Cora's Healing Rose at yahoo.com. I can take any questions that you have, any concerns that you have. I counsel people all the time. Or you can give me a call, 843-302-9262. My name is Sandra, and I'll answer the phone. That sure will.
And I want people to know that this beautiful lady, I felt her afro. It is soft. It's beautiful. It's you've been letting this go for how long? And I know we spoke, but she's done a lot to her.
Yeah, I've messed my hair up. Trust me. I have messed it up plenty of times. I've had a relaxer. I've had Jerry curls. I grew my fro out like this huge fro, bleached it, fried it, fell out.
There's hope, guys.
There's hope. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope. It doesn't matter if you think that you've messed your hair up. I'm telling you, I've been using these products since 2007. Okay. And so it has just been a blessing. I'm so glad that my mother gifted me with this.
You actually make this from your own home now. You literally.
Oh yeah, we manufacture it. We manufacture it ourselves. I don't order my products from nowhere. I don't do that because I don't know what those people are putting in there.
Absolutely.
And the same people that are selling the products on the market could be, just say, oh yeah, put your name on it and sell it. It doesn't even matter. And so I don't trust that. I want to, my mother taught me how to make these products, and it was her gift to me, and it's my gift to you.
I told y'all, this is the show that entertains as well as it informs. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Well, thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again. Also, we would definitely keep in touch. If you did not get all of her contact information, you can reach me at The Meek Brown Show, and I'll be more than happy to forward that information to you. Once again, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
I just thank the Lord for, first of all, for my life, my health, and strength. And I thank God for this product, Cora's. This is Cora's hair stimulant and the follicle. This is for the follicles, and this is the curl defining moisturizer. I've been using it. I haven't been on it a month. It's been close to it's been a little over 3 weeks. and my hair was coming out real bad. And the dermatologist had told me this would never grow back. And look, this is growing back. I went to her last week, and she was amazed, and she was pleased. She told me whatever I'm doing to keep doing for my hair. And she said, and then she said I could even put a little color in it and press it, get someone to press it and clip the end, because she was well pleased. I told her about the product, and I'm so thankful because I tried all different type of products and my hair still was coming out. I had folliculitis, and I just had a whole lot of stuff going on, a lot of dryness. And this is the only product I've been able to use that will moisturize my hair, my scalp. And it's making it grow. It has really grown. It's longer than what it even looked. And I am so thankful. And thank you, Sandra. God bless you.